Okay, before we go to the whiteboard, I got to cover this. What is really going on here, Tony? Why do you have such a different perspective on money? How could you get all this stuff laid out and work with so many saver clients? And why are you the one out there, one of the lone wolves that keeps telling everybody to use and enjoy this money before it's too late? Aren't you worried about inflation and nursing homes? And yeah, folks, all that stuff can happen. But in most cases, here's what I see. As people get older, they spend less money. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. But there's a problem. The narrative right now in retirement planning is controlled by Wall Street. And here's basically what they tell you to do. The red line, the chart behind this gentleman here, equals the amount of money you're supposed to accumulate. So in other words, as you get older, you're supposed to keep saving and saving and saving and keep saving. And at my estimation, most people that I've met with, and I've met with a lot of people well into what I call the second half of life, have waited way too long to spend and enjoy this money. So why would Wall Street preach this? Because they get recurring fees on your money. It does not bode well for them for you to take this money back from them and spend and enjoy it. So how do we pull this off at Tony Walker Financial? How do we make sure that you enjoy your money while you still can, but not run out of it as you get into what I call the second half of life? Well, I've kind of created this little template here, and I apologize if this is a little confusing. And this is why, folks, again, you need to get in touch with us, and we will put this in the form of a game plan. So all I'm trying to do today is to show you conceptually, after working with all these people and learning all of this information in the art of retirement planning, why we're so different and how we think differently about money than the rest of the financial herd out there. So in this example, we have two 60-year-olds, a husband and wife. Okay, we're just going to keep this a real simple case. They both are eligible for Social Security, all right? And they have two IRAs. Now in this case, we'll just assume that the wife has a small IRA. She maybe has taken care of the kids all her life, or whatever the source may be. If I had my bigger whiteboard out, quite frankly, I'd lay out a bunch of things, because usually both spouses will have assets, but we're just trying to make this real simple. So what we've done, put this up full screen, Aaron, what we did with this gentleman, we took his IRA and we divided it into two IRA buckets. This is called the split IRA concept, where we use our Charles Schwab bucket for liquidity and immediate income, and then the annuity bucket is there for what we call our beloved
mailbox money.
So let's take a look at this. So obviously they want to retire and they're both 60. I see this all the time, and they're saying, okay, Tony, this is all well and good. What are we going to live on? Our paycheck just stopped. You're going to handle our 401k and move all that over, but we can't even draw Social Security till 62. What are we supposed to do? Well, that's where the split IRA comes in. So in this example, between 60 and 62, we're going to have the flexibility to use that split IRA to provide them income. And you say, how much income? As much as they need based on the model. Okay, of course, we can't create money out of thin air, but that's why we go through a detailed analysis to see exactly what they need, how much money they're going to be spending, and where we're going to invest that money. So we've checked that box. Notice IRA number 2, that's for later. We're not going to touch that right now. And then we're talking about Social Security, and you might be thinking, well, you know, since the husband worked, made pretty good money, the wife didn't work as much outside the household, but she'd kind of like to draw her Social Security. Maybe she's had some health issues, I don't know. But we say, you know what, how about if we go ahead and take some of your Social Security now, and we will let the wife draw her Social Security. May not be a lot, but I'm just showing this would be an example of how we would do that. The reason I'm showing this as an example, so in this case, and this is what we would show you in our proprietary software, we may be able to cut the withdrawals back from Charles Schwab as we draw her income. See, this is how this works. So again, folks, what a retirement planning specialist does is manage your money after you retire. You know, one of the concerns I have out there, you all are rushing out to throw your money at people, and after the sale, it's basically done. Folks, if you have a proper game plan and you're working with a retirement planning firm, the planning just started. The rollover is just getting the money into our process, and from there, that's when we provide our expertise to figure out how to manage where we're going to get the money from in the least cost and the most tax efficient manner. Okay, you've got to understand there's a lot involved in how we lay this out. So then we've got her Social Security still paying. Maybe at this point, we just take half of what we were taking here. We don't need all of it, because at 67, all of a sudden we start his Social Security. that would be his full retirement age. And you never know, he might even want to go work part-time. I don't know, but he can work anywhere he wants, make any amount of money he wants to make once he hits full retirement. Then we continue to pay Social Security, plus age 72 is the new required minimum distribution age. That's a key age. As you notice, I'm putting key ages here for a reason. This is what we go through and we're planning and trying to figure out which key ages we're going to turn on income. So in this case, this gentleman has to take amount of money out with the Live Well, Die Broke philosophy because we want them to enjoy the money while they still can. We're going to continue that Schwab bucket. Now, at some point, and let's just say, I'm going to say roughly right after 72, we may stop the Schwab bucket, leave a little bit in there, depending on how much they want to leave in there, and then we're going to start the annuity. The annuity is down here. If you can come down here, we're going to call that the thereafter. That's where our beloved mailbox money comes from. So what happens is we may not take any more out of Schwab, maybe just for emergencies. We got the mailbox money. Let's say the husband passes away, okay? Certainly, she's going to lose her Social Security, but since he waited, she's going to still get his, the higher of the two benefits, for the rest of her life. So as we look at this, folks, and you say, well, wait a minute, is that how I'm supposed to do it? No, that's not the point. The point is you have to have an advisor who understands all of these different elements, understands how the taxes, fees, the need for money, distribution planning, all of that is what we do at Tony Walker Financial. So if you don't have anybody that's ever provided you a written game plan, I'm not talking about people just selling you stuff, annuity peddlers, or people wanting to manage your money with no game plan. I'm talking about a written game plan that shows you what you've got and how you're going to use and enjoy this money before it's too late. My question is, why not? To get started with Tony Walker Financial, all you got to do, and it's absolutely free, is log on to TonyWalkerFinancial.com, click on that Let's Get Started button, or if you like to make it easy, all you got to do is call the toll-free number on your screen and tell them you want to speak to the owner of the company, Tony Walker, free of charge about your financial situation.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like, check out these other clips, and be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more videos.